Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games and talk game design. And you might be wondering, hey, in that last episode, didn't GDPG say that we're done playing Sorcery? Well, we lied, because I thought we were only planning on doing 3 episodes, but we're just
gonna lie to you all the time. That's how we roll.
That's our shtick now.
The high route seems the most secure. In the valley, you can easily observe from above and led astray, but out in the hills, you can go whichever way you choose. Of course, when night falls, it may be cold and exposed up the slopes, but no matter. This journey was never destined to be easy. You begin the climb, letting the cities from the tree fade quickly away. The path winds upward into the hills and into the cover of a wood. The afternoon sun glints through the trees and plays tricks on your eyes. Every so often, you catch a glimpse of some strange-shaped animal or other watching you, only to find that it was a silhouette of branches and leaves caught at an odd angle. After an hour's walk, you are starting to feel hungry.
I feel like I'm going to regret being mean to that old man all of a sudden.
Stop and eat or continue walking. We seem to be doing all right.
Well, we lost the 3 stamina from the spell, so I think the effects haven't hit us yet. So if we keep walking, I think that's when it'll ding our stamina.
It could.
But eating will just recover our stamina, right?
I believe it will recover it also. If we don't eat for so long, then we start to suffer.
Well, I'm okay with pushing it a little.
Continue walking. You ignore the rumblings of your belly and keep up your pace. The climb continues with the path twisting this way and that. The air grows cold and the sun flickers on the horizon, then sets, making it hard to see your way. But the moon is full, and when twilight is done, it will be bright once more. All right, we can make it camp or keep walking. But we eating and making. All right, which way?
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't we just make this choice?
I don't know how I feel.
I mean, it is the middle of the night. I feel like now it's at least appropriate to make camp.
Okay. Make camp. But to tire yourself out in the first day would be inauspicious. You settle down to make camp for the night in a natural shelter provided by the roots of a gigantic intertwined tree. Your backpack will serve for a pillow and your cloak for a blanket. Before settling to sleep, you check through your pack. You have 2 rations left.
I mean, so you warned me that we lose rations easily.
We can, but you can just get mugged and lose them. It's one of those.
I say we just settle down and sleep.
Okie dokie.
Oh, no.
Whatever that's. Your stomach grumbles loudly. You have not eaten all day. You lie down and try to ignore it, and eventually you fell asleep. The moon is full and high in the sky. When you next open your eyes, you feel warm and more cozy than you did before, as if wrapped in a gigantic blanket. Then there's a pain in your leg. Blah.
I want to say, too, even the sorcery that we're using feels like old school magic, but a lot of this artwork also feels like old school D&D artwork.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that definitely adds a lot to that feel, which I think is kind of cool.
Slowly, you realize what is happening. A giant bat has settled on your chest and is feeding on your leg.
Well, we could cast a spell. I mean, this one would be a good one for the Control Lesser Minds.
All right. Cast a spell.
And hopefully that will only cost 1 stamina. What's that one? Law costs 3. Okay, so we have B, J, L,
M,
and M. Well, we could do... What's some good M ones? We could do Mag. What's Mag do?
I think it protects you from certain spells.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It's like a counter magic.
That's the only one that starts with M. So I don't think we need that.
Yeah.
We could do Law, which will cost us 3 stamina, but we could also just eat.
Well, we have 4 stamina left.
Otherwise, there's B and J. So we could do... Well, we could do Jig and just get them to dance away.
We could do Big.
Oh, we could do Big!
Want to do Big?
Yeah.
Big it is! Grow in size. Sure. Let's find out what happens. You cast a spell and begin to grow until the bower beneath the tree can barely contain you. One leg becomes stuck in a gap between the tree roots. It is horribly uncomfortable and you cannot move. Still, you can crush the bat with one fist and promptly do so. Then you wait for the spell to wear off so you can rest. Gradually, you shrink back to normal size. Settle down. Time to sleep.
A really quick way to traverse the countryside. Whoa, nice.
And we recovered 2 permanent ones as well.
Awesome.
Once again, the crown fills your dreams, only now instead of being hidden away into Mampang Fortress by the Archmage, you can see it on your head and the burly villager of the Cantapani. Anyone can wear the crown, he declares to you, but wearing the crown you are no longer just anyone. And then he points a finger at you that seems to crackle with energy, and you find yourself drawn toward him, commanded to do so, to do his bidding. You are walking toward the crack in the ground. It seems sure to swallow you whole. You stumble at the edge, about to fall. And that's the dream. Fun. Okay.
All right.
Shoop. The next morning. The second day of your journey begins in the morning cool, still halfway between sleeping and walking. You feel the presence of your spirit, the fox, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left on along, just as you have changed, but it's running beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, and even save you from certain death. A prayer now would perhaps be wise, but the spirits are not generous and will decline to help often. You can ask the spirits' aid by using the pray button.
Pray button.
Yeah, it was down here by the spells.
Oh,
you can feel yourself getting accustomed to the fitted air of these hills, and now ascended several hundred feet, and can expect to make excellent progress before the end of the day. Whoopah. As you crest the brow of the hill, you see something that makes you stop in your tracks. To your left is a clearing, and the clearing are several poles planted firmly in the ground, and atop each pole is a head. Look at the heads are keep moving.
I mean, I'm curious.
Look at the heads it is. The heads are of all kinds and ages. Some are recently fixed, while others have decayed and are nothing more but skulls and hair. There are human heads, goblin heads, and 1 or 2 heads of creatures you do not recognize. All have sewn-up eyes and mouths. A large X painted on a rock nearby is obviously intended as a warning not to venture any further, but ahead of the road forks left and right. You cannot be sure which path you are not to take. The right path continues to climb. The left hand path winds down to the side of the hill.
I mean, we're going up to the mine, so I feel like climbing just kind of makes sense.
Yep. I say we pray.
Ooh, yeah. Does it cost anything?
I think you can just do it like once per
day?
Sign.
Oh, I see.
Pray. Your spirit is the fox. The fox is cunning and always has a scheme. He is a great burglar and dines. Well, of those
look like that though.
Yeah, it does. Well, of those around him who never seem to see him come or go. A prayer to your spirit will heal you, but after a prayer, your spirit no longer hear you again for some time.
So I wonder if you hold out if you can also pray during a scenario for a resolution.
Maybe.
But I'm okay with praying for healing. I'd be curious to see later on. Nice!
Boom.
And it worked.
All right. Cool. All right,
Don't need no rations, no how.
Boom. Saving dim rations. The climb continues up the next hill for several hours until you are not far from the top. The faint sound of bustling activity reaches you. Tramping feet, grunting voices, and the clanking of metal against rock. There's something ahead, hidden by the ancient trees that line these slopes. Follow the sound. Keep to the path.
I mean, following the sound will probably lead us into the mines, so let's do it.
You leave the path and continue through the wood. A short distance onwards, you hide behind a tree and survey the clearing. A number of goblins are in the clearing, working at the mouth of an open cave. They trudge in and out of the opening, carrying large bowls in their arms, piling up their glistening rocks and dull metallic nuggets. Watch them work, leave them to it, make a break for the cave entrance.
I say watch them work? I guess to see what we're up against.
You stay hidden, getting a sense of the scale of the operation. There are at least 30 goblins inside the cave, each coming out every few minutes or so with a new pail of stones. There are other goblins working in a clearing with hammers, smashing the rocks into small pieces, extracting the metal from inside, loading them into carts, and finally pushing the carts away from the wide track between the trees. It is quite some operation, but not without its weaknesses. There are too many goblins to create any kind of distraction, but they move away into the trees fairly often. Sometimes the cave is left unguarded.
I
So,
say
try
we...
to slip inside.
Heck yeah.
All right. You creep closer, moving around the side of the hill nearer to the entrance of the cave. Then, when all is quiet, you seize your chance and race across the clearing to the mouth of the cave. All right. It looks like we're going to make it at least to the mines entrance, maybe. You pause for a moment at the cave mouth, but no one has seen you. Awesome. That's what we get for waiting. See, sometimes those choices make a huge difference and you don't realize it. It's like, give me some information, please. If you did not look for that information, the game simply recognizes that as you didn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if we didn't talk to that villager and find out if we should go to the mines or the other thing, we might have like started going toward the mines by accident and then just got ambushed or something.
I mean, even the opposite of this scenario, it's like when we found the guy in the tree and we just waited too long because we were indecisive.
Exactly. And because of that, there is never a constant right answer.
Mm-hmm. I like that, though. I think that's really interesting, and it's a way to kind of like, I guess, kind of work outside of the box.
It really does. The game as a whole does feel like you are using just some logical points in your head and just kind of playing the story out.
And the game follows, right? And I think that's what makes it work. The game understands you're working with a certain line of logic, and it acknowledges that, and then it
occasionally surprises you.
Yeah, it reciprocates that.
Following the passage cautiously, you move between the cool rock wall of the mine, passing ignoring the ladders that lead down into the clamoring heart of the mine, where 100 goblins sing as they work. Eventually, you reach a junction.
Oh, those goblins.
Ah, do we go left or right? We have a spell for this.
Yes! It's,
Actually, I know it. It is...
How?
That's it.
How do we use it?
Never mind. Is it only usable...
During scenarios?
It might be.
It's a little disappointing. Maybe if you... Yeah? No? Okay. Well.
Man.
Well, it looks like going right will take us deeper into the mines. It seems like going left will take us... I don't know. Toward another exit, maybe? Oh, well... Maybe going right is kind of a dead end.
Yeah, so maybe we want to go left.
I mean, my instinct is to always go left in games. Mostly because I think most designers expect you to go right. And so they're like, haha, I'm going to make left the right option.
That's fair. No, worth a try.
I'm also left-handed, so maybe that has some kind of bias.
Meh. Say I did that with my left. No, whatever. You take the left passage. The passageway continues until you reach a large stone-cut door blocking your way forward. Try the door handle, go back to the other fork, or leave the cave. Well, we have a spell for that too. Okay, fine. Do we want to try the door handle?
Yeah.
All right. You try the door. It opens. The room beyond is dirty with soot from the mines, so it could have almost be a pit filled with night itself, the crystals in the rock for stars. In the far wall, you can just make out another door leading deeper into the mines, but in the middle of the room is a table with a large, filthy goblin sitting. He raises his head as you enter and smells the air. Perhaps he is almost blind from so long underground. Look at him. Yeah. Your smell strange. Intruder, he challenges. You are not permitted here. I choose my own way, draw my sword and see what he says, or leave.
I get the feeling that if we leave, he probably isn't going to follow us. But
oh, sorry.
I feel like I choose my own way is going to lead to a very similar outcome as drawing our sword.
Possibly.
I choose my own way. He's not directly threatening us.
I choose my own way, you growl. Do you? Let me help you make a choice. The goblin rises to his feet. In his hand, he holds a large stone club. Engage him or cast a spell. I can think of a spell for this too. Well, didn't they say it was really dark?
Yes, actually, you did.
Cast a spell?
So, well, Fog is the one that works well in the dark, right? But he's also blind, so is it going to affect him?
I don't know.
I guess there's one way to find out. We'll even see if it gives us an option.
There are
No fog.
F.
Z's, though, we could do zap, which is just an attack.
Yeah, cost 3 stamina.
I almost wonder what it would be like if we used a spell that created light.
I don't know if we have one of those.
I mean, maybe zap would do that, is kind of my line of thought.
Hot would create a fireball.
Yeah, that's true.
And we
what
can't
does
do
R
that.
do? R needs Raz, or is it Raz, which needs bees?
So we don't even have that.
Beeswax. Yeah, there's no
What if
other
we
R
choose
spells.
R-A. Yeah, Raz,
just
but we
Raz.
can't. Okay. Why
Yeah,
would
we
you
don't
give
have any
that?
beeswax.
Alright.
So that leaves T as our third option. T will do
We didn't write anything
nothing
down,
we wrote down
so
for T, so we don't have
tell.
any.
I don't. Yeah, we
components.
don't have the thing for it. And then the other one is Z for probably what? Just zap.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're already down this road.
I think we can do the fight instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just want to do the fight?
Yeah, sure.
Engage him. We haven't done many fights, so the monster lumbers forward.
He's not so
He's
big.
going slow. So I think that we keep it small. All right. Let's try
Yeah,
this.
he's probably being defensive. Or just
not.
gearing up for a huge attack. Cool.
The goblin beats his club into an open palm and paces towards you. You swing to catch him along a sidelong blow, but he throws his club in full force towards your skull. He raises his club across his body defensively.
Alright.
All right.
I say we give him a 3.
Let's go in defensive. I don't want to go too high.
Maybe a 2 then? Because who knows if he's going full defensive. He might just be like doing a onesie.
All right.
Okay,
That was
full
a 2.
defense.
So we just deal 1 to him for that. Stealing your courage, you move in, aiming to trap the goblins against the cave wall, teasing him with a passing blow, wearing him down. You flick your attack neatly with the club, and with one light injury, he is left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. He growls at you. I think he's going to come in at us hard.
You want to go defensive?
I think so. We'll take a damage.
It's not the worst. I mean, his overall stamina bar, or his attack power meter, is shorter.
It hasn't really been giving us any information to work with. This
Yeah.
is just showing us how much he used last turn.
But I do think that it means that all around he has less stamina, or less, like, attack power to
Oh,
spend.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So we can kind of assume, but... I mean, he
Maybe.
is very lumbering, too, so...
He also is left breathless, so maybe he doesn't have like a whole lot to use.
That's
Maybe
true.
a 3?
Maybe 3.5.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Well,
bad
it
at
could
this
have been
game.
worse.
You attempt an attack and suffer for it. The goblin raises his hefty club and brings it crashing down on you. You're caught off balance. His narrow eyes are watching you closely, not wanting to take a risk.
So maybe he's not going totally defensive. Or maybe he is.
He doesn't want to take a risk. So he's going to probably go defensive. We don't want to go too high. Maybe a 2.
I'd say just a 1.
Oh, all right. Boom.
Nice.
Taking a chance, you move forward, chasing him with a wary cut. The goblin deflects it well as he can. He staggers against the cave wall. He lifts his club across his body. He has 3 health.
We have 7.
Why are we also using this
across his
weapon? I
body.
want to use the axe. Can I?
Oh, maybe we needed to equip it? Or maybe it was just an axe head and not actually...
Uncertain.
Yeah.
We'll go out.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Doing it. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Could be worse.
He lifts his club across his body, like holding it in front of him. You strike without pause, ready for a forcible blow. You hurtle yourself forward. The goblin knocks your attack mostly away. The goblin staggers suddenly. You have hurt him more than perhaps you thought. He flaps his jaws at you and stamps his feet. We should probably just defend.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
You drop down, protecting yourself. Just in time, the goblin raises his club above his head, attempting to crush you in a single blow. You're just in time to dodge to one side. You're mostly unhurt. His evil eyes follow your movement cautiously. He's being cautious. Last time he did that, he did like 3 or something like that. I'm going all out.
Do it.
2 damage. We've witnessed.
Nice. Wow.
Boom. All right. Readying yourself, you move in, preparing a heavy swing. You charge for your opponent, and then the goblin stumbles. You have him. Your sword pierces right through his neck, and then club drops to the ground. Whew.
Shameful.
Well, we can try again.
Oh, interesting.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, there is the whole rewind mechanic too, so that's not super surprising. But I say we live with our failure.
Fair enough.
But this is a good point to stop the episode, especially because we went even longer than we've been going on these. I don't know, maybe question of the day should be something involving combat? Or even we could talk about the limitations of the spells and how they really only give you 3 spells you kind of can potentially work with.
I feel like the combat was probably the bigger thing in this episode, so let's talk about that. What elements could you come up with that would better improve the telegraphing of your opponent's actions, I guess?
Or maybe other ways?
Yeah,
I don't necessarily want to say better, because maybe we're just dunces. So what other ways could they present the types of attacks that our opponent might be making?
Yeah. Right. Well, we lied before about not having another episode. I think we should probably have one more.
I agree.
So, cool. Continue to vote.
Hit your microphones.
Hit your microphones, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.